Are your clients opening your emails? Well, I got the solution for you. Hi, I'm Kathy Burns. This is Kelly. And this is Scott Hastings below. And Scott's going to help us today.
Yeah.
But if you want to learn more about all of this, please subscribe below. And we've got all kinds of tips for you. Share, like, and ask questions. We love the questions. Hey, Scott.
Hey, Kathy. How are you, Kelly?
Hey, so this is actually a program that you found or something similar and introduced to Scott, right?
I had seen on social media that this one agent was saying how she was getting all her clients to open up her emails and getting lots of business as a result of it. And she said it was called HomeBots. And so I said, Scott, do you know anything about HomeBots? And he goes, well, I've got something better. And I go, wait, is that what you send me every month where I can take a look at my own home and see the value? And he goes, yes. So that's the one that Scott's here to talk about today. So let's get at it.
Called Home IQ, right?
Yes, this is called Home IQ. So HomeBot, Kathy had reached out to me about that, and I have used HomeBot in the past, really for years, and it's a great service. But I was introduced to Home IQ, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago. And what intrigued me about it was that it has an AI feature. It actually is pretty incredible. So what I realized quickly was that probably 78% of the people that received this email open it, sometimes even higher, because everybody wants to know. They're always curious, what's my house doing? What's the value doing?
Sure.
And so what this report does, it sends the client a month report or digest of exactly what's going with their home value. And this is an algorithm that's taken from a couple of different automated valuation models. In other words, nobody knows until you do a CMA with the home.
It's a good rough estimate.
Yeah.
I know I've been opening mine every single month. And one of the things that intrigued me was I had clicked on one of the links. I can't remember which one it was, but you reached out to me within hours, it felt like, because I had clicked on it. And that, I think that's an important piece right there, because if we're looking for our clients to engage with us, they're engaging with us as agents indirectly through a tool that our lender gives us that doesn't cost the agent anything, right?
That's right.
And I think everybody wants to know what their home's worth. I think they love it when they see it go up. They love it when they see that they've got equity in there. I know I do.
I want one.
Yeah.
Sign me
We can
up.
hook you up with them.
So let's jump into it. If you could, just show us, if you want to share your screen, show us what it looks like. So the people watching can get an example of how it comes across to the customer.
So this is actually the back end of this system. And I won't and this is actually an agent's version of it. So I set up a agent, Fred Flintstone. What this would do, it says it has a pre-mover score of 78%. If you had a bunch of clients in here, it would sort them out, or you could sort them by who's most likely to move.
Oh.
And anyway, so it's a really good way to sort and start to reach out to people. This is what automatically pulled in. I did not change any of this. And so this would be you, the agent's picture. And then it would say the information about the property. It would say this property, $461,000 in equity. And now it's going to, if you sold your home, your client would have this much equity. They did a cash out refi if they needed a home equity loan.
So maybe some people, when they get these, they can utilize that cash, either cash out refi or home equity line of credit, to purchase additional property. So there's multiple ways that an agent could take a look at this and say, hey, if you're interested in investment properties or purchasing additional properties, it looks like you've got some equity. There's ways that we can show you, there's all kinds of things that you can maybe work with your lender partner to be able to expand your portfolio.
And these are our clients, right? So we're uploading the clients that we want to be in this system. So it isn't necessarily our entire database. Maybe we just cut our teeth on it for a little bit and we upload some of the people that we'd like to maybe be more engaged with. And we can upload them into the system. And now we can start to have a conversation, because this will go out to them. And now it gives us the opportunity, once they've done some of these clicks, that we know what they're clicking on, and we can start to have a conversation. Right, Scott?
That's exactly right. And if anybody wants to see their house, there'll be an opportunity to do that at the end of the thing. But there's just lots of information in here.
Sure.
Yes.
It also has like, what is your home possibly would it rent for? What would it rent for daily as an
Very
Airbnb?
cool.
I sure hope
That's
it's not, but anyway.
That's
You
a
know,
big deal, actually, because
yeah.
a lot of people, I have a target market. We just did a video on this the other day where we were talking about the target market of the older client who's got all this equity in there. Maybe they want to take some of that equity out, but they don't want to necessarily sell the house. They want to do it as an Airbnb. And if that would tell them what they could approximately do, now they go take the other money and maybe they buy a smaller home or they buy the RV and they're gone. There's so many ways to have a conversation in here.
Especially if they're naturally opening. I definitely want to get this for me just to look at it. But I think it's a powerful tool, and we definitely appreciate you bringing this to our attention. Talk to me. I'm going to be devil's advocate here. I feel like I'm kind of Switzerland between the lenders and the agents because I understand both sides. I want, from a perspective of, I feel like a lot of agents are very protective of their clients, right? So we want to understand, how is that information distributed? Like, are you utilizing it? How would you say that most agents utilize this program with you?
Well, basically, this is just living in the database and they're just receiving the reports. It's almost the way I honestly use it, and the way the agents I work with use it is to set it and forget it. So
Sure.
People are getting the monthly report and they see your name every month. If they click on one of these buttons and they want a CMA, you're going to be notified. I'm notified.
Awesome.
And really what I find, I think everybody on this call has been in the business a pretty long time. Because I've stayed in front of my client base for years, most of my business right now in this difficult market are old clients.
Yes.
Somebody called me today. I've done a couple, over the years. And did he see this email? I'm sure he did, but he's seen a lot of stuff, and he'll get another loan from me. So, and I think the challenge for everybody in business, there's so many things to do, is actually remembering to do it. So The truth is, I nor your lender, wherever you are that's using this, they're not going to proactively reach out to them, but the client's going to get the email every month. And when they're ready, they're going to think to call you, not, Susie homemaker with the sign in the yard that you're like, oh, Susie's got a sign in there. They're like, oh, Scott or, Fred's been sending me an email every month. So
Right.
you stay top of mind.
Yeah, I love that. I think it's great that it's a set it and forget it, because I feel like a lot of agents uploading their database is a little scary, which I'm sure would be the same for you. But the idea of really majority of these people are using it as, hey, this is just an easy contact that people actually do want. So they look at it, and because you continue to be top of mind, you will be the first person that they call. So I love that concept, and I think it's really powerful.
Thanks.
So, Scott, what states are you licensed in?
I'm licensed in North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, and Virginia.
So Scott may not be licensed in your area, but it doesn't mean your lender doesn't have it. And if they don't, ask them about it, because I think like you said, the home IQ, with the fact that it's got the AI in it, that's a big piece for me. And it takes it to a whole nother level. Now, obviously it's not going to be 100% accurate. It can't be, but it's darn close, and it gets the talking points going.
So I'm going to have a link at the end of this in our description that you can click on below, and it will click on for the freebie, and we'll basically set it up so that you can receive this report directly from Scott. Doesn't matter what area you're in, just to get an example and see how it flows with your property. And then if it's something that you want to bring to your agent or even Scott, that would be great. That way you can have an example of what it's going to go out to your customers personally. And subscribe, like, and share this video with anybody that you think could utilize it, because we are focused on sharing all these videos and the technology that we have. And if you know anybody that could utilize this system, just let us know.
And I'm a big fan of Scott's. He's my go-to guy.
Thank you. I'm a big fan of Kathy's.